You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hate on me, but it don't change. Nothing else outside of that changes for me. I'm still Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant that puts 55 on your head when I want to. That's the difference.
Diva. I mean,
I got you, dog.
You can't with X. Never. Ever. You know he be too, right?
No.
Yeah, man, I was styling his clothes and
X, stop hating, man. Get your mind right, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad because I'm doing what I'm doing right now, man. Get your mind right, dog. Get your mind.
What's up with the Ja Rule, man? I mean, I know y'all been going back at it for a while.
Still, I don't and like, you know, for what it's worth, yo, he need to thank me. He know what I'm talking about. Chicago. Let's just say it like that. Thank me, son. Thank me.
Ja Rule is out here trying to flip the whole narrative on his old beef with the late DMX, and he's claiming he was the one holding it down while X was supposedly ducking the smoke. That's wild, especially with all the history these two got. For years, people been watching the back and forth unfold, with Ja always looking like the one catching heat and staying quiet while DMX came at him hard. Remember when DMX put Ja on blast, hinting he was on the DL? Ja never said nothing back then. So now fans are calling him out, saying he's trying to rewrite the whole hip-hop timeline. Because real ones who were there back in the day, they remember that DMX didn't run from nobody, especially not from Ja Rule.
We like him better than Ja Rule now.
Yeah.
I put in the work, I work the hardest, I'm still gonna work the hardest, I'm still gonna be great. But that opinion I can't change from people because I can't just go be great. You know what I'm saying?
So what's really going on here? Is Ja just trying to rewrite his legacy, painting himself as the fearless one in this feud? What's the real story behind their beef? Let's get into it.
And Styles, you was on, used to be my dog, you was in my left titty.
Yeah.
But you weren't credited on the album. I don't remember I don't remember your name being on the album.
Yo, we barely even looked at credits back then. That's the crazy part.
That's wild. Like, it didn't say featuring Styles, at least at the time it didn't.
Man. It's Kisses on there too, right?
Nah, it's X and you.
No, Kisses on the hook.
Kiss is on it. Kiss is
on that one?
Yeah.
Kiss is the one doing the hook.
The raspy voice. Yeah, that's
I thought
Kiss.
that was you doing the hook.
No, Kiss did the. I think I may be on it with him.
Used to be my dog, you was in. No, you got a verse actually.
I got a verse. Yeah, I got a verse.
You got a verse, but it don't say featuring Styles.
Yeah, I love you too, Ja.
Ja?
Yeah, the song was about Ja.
Was it?
You didn't know that? God damn.
Ja Rule. Yes, it was.
What the hell? No.
How y'all kidding?
I don't even know if he know that.
No, I didn't know
No,
that.
Ja, I don't think Ja know that.
Yes, he do.
All right.
Wow.
Y'all kidding me? Y'all making me feel like I'm in the
I
Matrix.
didn't know that.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
What's that about?
X and Ja having beef. They was dogs. Like, they was dogs. Ja's my girl.
Let me get in this joint real quick. Let me throw some darts.
I did definitely tag team in that.
You just jumped on it like, my man got beef, I got beef.
That's how it goes,
We used to
man.
go, yeah.
That's how
for the most time, that's how it is.
That's how it is, man. He's in it and I'm in it with him. That's how we gonna give it up.
That's funny though. All right. Breaking news.
When you do these,
That ain't breaking news.
Oh, ain't nobody know. Man.
I don't think I knew
definitely didn't know that.
Y'all had to know that. Listen to the lyrics.
I gotta go back and listen
when
to
we
it now.
leave here.
In a recent interview, Ja Rule claimed DMX was too shook to come at him directly, saying X was ducking the real battle and didn't want to fire off legit disses that could actually end the drama. That's a heavy accusation, but things get real sticky right here, because Ja's talk came not long after Styles P confirmed that DMX was taking shots at Jay on the track We Don't Give Up. So, if X was already going at him on wax, how's Ja gonna say he was scared? This whole situation just got a whole lot messier. So, if DMX was supposedly too scared to diss Ja, then why was he straight up calling him out on record? And that ain't all, X didn't stop at music. He was talking reckless about Ja in interviews too, even throwing out that shady claim that Ja was playing for the other team.
First of all, man, Gotti's my man.
Right.
I'm saying, me and Gotti, you know what I'm saying? So, what he really need to do is just shut the mind his business for a minute, you feel me?
Okay.
This ain't got nothing to do with him right now, man. All Murder Inc. This is between me and Ja. Now, if Ja can't handle his own beef, then I understand. I mean, if he think, you know, to help, then I understand. But other than that, man, he need to just shut the mind his business, man, for real, man. Cause I'm just sick of when he sounded like me. I'm sick of the smile on my face. He need a fake type nigga, you know what I mean? I'm just sick of all that. You know, I can't hold it in the butt for so long. I have an interview, or every time I'm on the street, somebody asks me, what's up with him? Sounding like me, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I did it the respectful way, dog. I went to Gotti first. Like, yo, you know, word on the street, you know, your man. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's in denial here, man. He's in denial, you know what I'm saying, the whole way. He was in and out. Well, that's what happens when you know what I'm saying? Don't want to face the truth. You get smacked with the truth.
Wild. Now, let's back it up for a second. This whole DMX versus Ja Rule drama didn't just pop off overnight. It goes all the way back to the late 90s. That's when Ja started making noise in the game, climbing the charts with that gritty murdering sound.
Certain subject you gonna touch on this, or just like you just going at him?
All this shit about him being a homo. You know.
No.
Yeah, man. Styling his clothes and shit. I got the inside information, man. I was styling his clothes for one of them shows. Got him ecstasy on one night.
No, dog.
Yeah, Ja Rule is I'm telling you, dog. Oh, my mama. Oh, my mama. We had himself. He said, yeah, I was with Ja, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was all ecstasy up, so he...
What?
Whoa.
What?
It is crazy. Yeah, man. They said they walk around with a bag of them pills, man. Talk about me, you can't be serious. That X is everything. Get it? The X is everything. Ah, kill me.
Yo, this is a big statement you making here, man. You throw it...
Yeah, man, Ja Rule it up. He's...
This is...
For all them homo that wants to give your man Ja Rule some X, and he'll fuck you.
His raspy voice had heads turning, but the streets couldn't help but notice how much it reminded them of DMX. And X, he hated that comparison. DMX wasn't just barking for show, he was raw, street-built, and straight from the gutter. So when he saw Ja getting the major label push, shiny promo deals, and being painted as the new DMX, it felt like a slap in the face. He saw Ja as a commercial puppet, trying to swagger jack his whole lane, and he wasn't about to let that slide.
Issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry, dog?
The industry is full of a bunch of sucking, riding, bending over the desk, straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it. Bring it. I don't give a bring it. Bring it. They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their
right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives. It's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and you know all that favor for a favor. Get down like that. Look, I'll give you the music. You give my money.
Meanwhile, Ja tried to play it cool at first. He brushed off the comparisons, acting like his style was original and that he wasn't influenced by nobody. But DMX wasn't buying it, not even a little bit. He clapped back hard in a radio interview, straight up calling Ja out and saying he was hiding behind the label machine. That's when things started to get real ugly. DMX wasn't holding back. He straight up said Ja Rule was a fraud.
Brown paper bag, when they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
He claimed the only reason Ja made it big was because Irv Gotti and the whole Murder Inc. machine were propping him up, doing all the heavy lifting while Ja just played the front. For DMX, this beef wasn't just about music, it was personal. It was about respect, realness, and not letting the industry push fake stars on the streets. But X didn't stop there. He went way further. He claimed he knew for a fact that Ja played for the other team. And to stir the pot even more, DMX also alleged that Ja had messed around with his male stylist. Now back then, in that era of hip-hop, Those types of accusations were like dropping a bomb. It wasn't just drama, it was reputation destroying. It was meant to shame someone publicly and push them out of the circle. And the wildest part, Ja Rule never came out and addressed any of that. He stayed silent through it all, which only made fans speculate more.
I'm so polite with Ja Rule, you know?
Uh-oh.
Like, I've been so polite with that right there, but with all disrespect, you a punk little bitch. How the fuck you gonna go to jail and then turn on your wife for your celly? Like, what kind of does that? He dumped his wife. Yeah, he refused visits, told her not to come. He was right next to Canada. It was a waste of time and money. And then she found the letters of your boo loving up on your cupcake and cellmate, your little fruit bitch. Open your mouth. Tell the truth. You know, Gene was talking about you when he had to throw your cousin up there in the piano. Shit, he did everything but say your name. Why don't you say it, bitch?
Oh.
Why don't you say it? You like dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight? The Diddy doo-wop? Looking at mother. Are you Illuminati pick me, bitch? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Sheesh. All right. So along with this whole Diddy,
turn on your wife so you can play hide the soap. You These ain't got no respect for women. They ain't got no respect for women. Ooh, they give birth to your children. They put up with all of you. They got to listen to everybody gossiping about which. The truth is, you're this. And you probably suck better than your girl.
At the same time, DMX started calling out rappers who were playing the industry game. Dudes who were sucking up to execs, cutting shady deals and taking shortcuts just to get fame. X had no love for anybody trading authenticity for favors. And guess what?
I think a guy's a friend of yours, which is P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Coombs. What's your take on what's happening with him?
Again, man, it's another black man in this industry going through some unfortunate, circumstances. And so, I wish him luck as well with everything he's going through. And, and if there's victims in this, I can't speak on things that I don't know about Pierce. And so I try not to. I try to leave those things to those who do that. That's why people have podcasts and stuff like that. They talk about these things back and forth. I don't really get involved with that, but yeah, I wish everybody, love and
He made all these comments right when Ja was suddenly popping up at Diddy's parties and getting tight with industry big shots.
So, what's up, Fausto? I'm doing an interview, baby. I'm live on TV. I'll check y'all later. I'll come golf with y'all later. Yeah.
Who's that, Diddy?
But who?
Was that Diddy or Fiddy?
Who? Fausto. That's my guy, Fausto. You got jokes, Pierce. I see you got jokes.
The timing had everybody talking. Was Ja really blowing up off talent, or was he just working the system? At first, when Ja Rule started hanging around Diddy, nobody thought much of it. It just looked like two industry heavyweights linking up. But then, fast forward to 2022, and boom, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, dropped a major bombshell that shook things up. Gene claimed he once rolled with Diddy on what he called a shopping spree down in Atlanta, but it wasn't about sneakers or jewelry. Nah, according to Gene, Diddy was out there buying adult toys. Then, later that same day, Diddy flew to North Carolina. And that's where things allegedly went off the rails, because word is Ja Rule was involved in some kind of wild hotel room scenario. Say what? But Gene ain't the only one spilling tea. Jaguar Wright jumped into the mix too, and she went in on Ja. She publicly dragged him for disrespecting his wife, but that was just the warm-up. Jaguar then accused Ja of stepping out, not just with Diddy, but also with his cellmate during his 2-year prison bid for tax issues. She didn't hold back at all. And she didn't stop there. Jaguar claimed Ja's connection with Diddy wasn't just some one-time thing that happened after prison. Nope. According to her, they were already linked up before Ja even got locked up. And if that wasn't enough mess, she went further, alleging that Ja kept that same vibe behind bars, saying he had a similar intimate relationship with his cellie. That's wild on a whole new level. But here's where it gets real interesting. Instead of shutting all that down, denying everything, and putting the rumors to rest, Ja Rule stayed quiet and chose a totally different path. Ja Rule pulled up to Piers Morgan uncensored, and instead of clearing the air, he doubled down on defending Diddy like a loyal ride or die. When Piers hit him with direct questions about all the wild accusations surrounding Diddy, Ja looked shook. No firm denial, no clearing his name, just some vague talk about unfortunate circumstances. And that wasn't even the wildest part. When Piers cracked a joke about Diddy hanging out in Ja's crib, you could almost see Ja's brain doing backflips trying to stay cool. He forced out a laugh, but it was awkward as ever, like he was low-key sweating bullets on camera. That moment said everything without saying a word. What's even crazier? Ja had plenty of chances to shut all this Diddy talk down long before he ever sat across from Piers. He could have cleared his name, denied the rumors, and kept it moving. But instead, he went on record wishing Diddy luck with those so-called unfortunate circumstances. No pushback, no outrage, just smooth words and a smile. Now people are wondering, what's Ja really trying to hide? And now fans are starting to wonder, is Ja Rule backed into a corner? Some even think Diddy might be holding on to certain tapes or receipts that Ja definitely doesn't want out in the streets. If that's true, it could explain why Ja's out here playing defense instead of speaking up. So what's all this drama with Diddy got to do with Ja's latest claim that DMX was the one ducking him? Honestly, everything. Ja's trying hard to flip the script, saying X was avoiding a real battle, but when you stack that against the history, come on, most folks just ain't buying it. From DMX calling Ja out live on air to all those shady whispers about Ja's private life and his suspiciously tight connection to Diddy, this whole DMX was scared story feels more like a weak rewrite than the truth. Real fans who were actually there back in the day, they know who held it down, and spoiler alert, it wasn't Ja Rule. But hey, I want to hear what you think. Is Ja just trying to save face and rewrite his own legacy? Or is there a piece of truth buried in his version of events? And with all that smoke around him and Diddy, you think DMX might have already known what Ja was allegedly up to behind the scenes? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. And I'll catch you in the next video.